Bonjour à tous et bienvenue à ma chaîne YouTube. Today on my workbench I have Doug's Breckwell brand digital version Pellet Stove Controller. Doug sent me this controller because he was having issues with the igniter not coming on when he started this stove. He actually bought a second controller. He used it on his stove and his stove was functioning correctly. So that pointed directly to this controller as having a problem. So after speaking with him about this, we agreed that he could send it to me for repairs. I received it earlier this week. I did some troubleshooting work on it. I replaced 3 components and it's fully functional once again. So now it's time to do final tests on this controller before I package it up and return it to Doug. As you can see, I have Doug's controller on my test system. My test system, of course, is made up of a faceplate which holds an actual auger motor behind it. The shaft from the auger motor comes out the front. I have an X marks the spot label on it so that in the video you can see the shaft spin. So whenever the controller is calling for the auger to drive, we'll hear the auger motor spin in the video. We'll see the X marks the spot label spin. We'll see a little green light above the fuel feed button come on. And we'll see one of the lights in the back come on. Speaking of those lights, the tester also has 4 light bulbs at the rear. They are used to simulate different functions of your stove. The first one simulates the igniter. The one with the blue decal on it simulates the combustion fan, the firebox fan. The one with the yellow decal simulates the auger motor. And finally, at the far end, the one with the red decal simulates the convection or room fan. This controller controls all 4 of those light bulbs, so we'll see all 4 of those come on. The last thing I need to mention is that I have 3 switches here. One is for the proof of fire, one is for the exhaust switch, and one is for the high temp switch. I'll be using those during the test as well. So let's make sure that I have the proof of fire off, and I do. So none of the lights are on. So let me go ahead and turn the controller on, and to do that I press the on button twice. There it is. And we see that the auger is spinning once. We see the igniter has come on. That is the repair. So Doug, you can see the igniter is functioning here, so that's the repair that you sent me the controller for. The first thing I'll check is the heat advance, and as I press on the heat advance switch, we see that the indicator cycles through the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positions back and forth. And if I leave it in position number 1, then I can go adjust the trim. Let me get my hand out of the way. And that goes to 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1, 4, 3, 1. So that's correct. The other thing I can do is press the high fan button, which will cause the fan to come on. Notice that's on now. Off, on, off, on, off. So that's functioning correctly. And finally, the fuel feed. If I press that, we see that the lamp at the back has come on. We hear the auger motor spin. We see X marks the spot, and the green light is on above. So let me on and off. So as you can see, all the functions of the stove are working correctly. If I toggle the proof of fire switch, that will cause the room fan to come on. So we can see now that the system has determined that there's a fire in the firebox, so the convection or room fan can come on and blow heat into the room. So there you have it, Doug. All of the functions of your controller are working correctly. I want to thank you very much for sending me your controller for repairs. I appreciate that a lot. For all you other viewers, if you have a pellet stove controller of your own that needs repairs, whether it's a Breckwell brand, Quadrifire, USSC, or other brands, and you have a service need for it that you think I can help with, please feel free to contact me. I'd be more than happy to speak with you about that. My contact information can be found in the video description just below this video. In the meantime, I hope that you'll take a few seconds to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that very much. Thanks everyone. Bye-bye.